Good morning, all. So for today's asynchronous assignment, I just wanted to, because this is the first time that we are doing this together. If you have Mr. Bannock in the past, you might have done a similar assignment to this. But I just want to make sure that we're on the same page for what I'm looking for with this question development. Okay, so you guys are going to read Thomas Hobbes' The Leviathan, which came out in 1651, which, again, I'm just going to point this out as in the middle or right at the end of the English Civil War. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to develop a question that you will be able to take into a round table, okay, so a Socratic seminar, and that is going to encourage the discussion. Okay, so what we need to do for this is, all right, is that this is going to, you're going to come up with a question and then you're going to show what is your line of thinking for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to model this. I'm going to show you what this looks like with a document that we have already read together. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, so this is The Power of the Monarch in England, James I. Again, to be clear, you are doing this with Thomas Hobbes' Leviathan. I'm just showing you with something that we've already read so you guys can get the understanding of it. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is come up, after you read it, I want you to think about what is a question that is going to help yourself and maybe your classmates have a deeper, richer understanding of this. Okay, so my question is since James compares himself to a father, and all right, so actually, I'm going to step this back because this is going to go down the part. Okay, so has the role of the king developed and changed over time? Okay, so that's my question. That's the question that I'm looking to answer. Okay, now the quote that leads me to this question is here: kings are also compared to fathers and families, for kings are truly parens patria. Okay, so I'm going to put that quote there. I'm going to say kings are also compared to the fathers of families, for a king is truly parens, this is italicized, parens, and it's not capitalized, parens patriae. The politic, father of his people. Boom, period, end quote. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's the question that leads to it. Now here's my line of thinking. Okay, now this doesn't have to be in complete sentences. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put this into bullet points, and that's fine if you put this into bullet points, as long as you show me the entire line of thinking. Okay, so I'm gonna think this, okay. All right, so James compares kings to fathers. Okay. The role of the father has changed and developed over time, depending on culture and geography. Okay, so all right, that's something that's just kind of a statement of fact. All right. Okay, so then this leads me to the question. All right, has also the role of the king changed and developed over time? All right, and maybe like and even you can even start to answer your question. Okay, don't answer it completely, but start to think about what your answer is going to be to this question, because you're going to bring this to the round table. So I'm going to start thinking about it. All right, and it's going to lead me to more questions. Okay, so how does the reign of James I compare to previous monarchs? I.e., that just means, for example, Henry VIII, okay, who was his grandfather, or Elizabeth I, who was his cousin, right? Maybe we go all the way back. How about King John, okay, who was the king who signed the Magna Carta? Right, and so I'm going back to the future. All right, how does the reign of James I compare to modern monarchs? Okay, because we have the benefit of hindsight. We are actually in the future. Whoa, what? Say, what, Mr. Lloyd? We are in the future compared to modern monarchs. Okay, so we have modern monarchs today. We have, it's Queen Elizabeth II. So we have Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, all right. So yeah, so how does that compare? Okay, so and so the point that I want to make here, guys, folks, guys and girls, gentlemen and ladies, is that this question leads to more questions. And we could have this conversation. We could have a whole conversation that's related around this question. Now, let me show you what I don't want you to do. This is es muy mal. Es muy mal. Do not do this. Okay, do not. Do not do this, okay? A bad question would be, I'm going to go ahead and file, make a copy. Just go ahead. Do not do this. Okay, all right. So again, this would be an example of something that I do not want to see in your questioning. All right, I'm going to show this what it looks like. So let's get this open up here. Okay, so a bad question would be, and when people say there's no such thing as a bad question, well, actually, there is. Okay, what does parents patria mean? I hate it. You know why I hate it? All right, so then this is what this person would do. They would use the same quote. All right, and then a Google search later. Let's go parents patriae. And let's see, does Google know the answer to this question? Oh, it does. Of course it does. Okay? So if you can Google this answer, if you can Google this question, no bueno. It's not good. Okay? So I do not want to see Googleable questions in here. Okay? Because if you can just answer the question, all right, if you can go to Google and go boom, copy, boom, paste, then this is a bad question. This is not a question that's going to increase discussion. All right, this is a question that's going to languish over time. Okay, so this is what I am looking for. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. All right, so now for those of you that know, sometimes I like to put Easter eggs into my videos just to see if people have listened all the way through. All right, okay, so all you're gonna do if you've watched this entire video, okay, for just a couple of points extra credit, but a couple points matter. A couple points matter. All right, so you are going to write below everything else after you've done the entire assignment for a couple points extra credit because you've watched the entire video. You're gonna write the words, the mongoose has flown the coop. All right, that's the code word. That's the code word to show me that you've listened to write. Oh, wrong coop. Make sure you put the right coop in there. All right, this is going to be your code word that's going to show me that you watched my entire video. All right, for a couple points extra credit. All right, the mongoose has flown the coop. Don't tell your friends that didn't watch the entire video either. Okay, don't do it. Don't let those lazy bums benefit from your time and energy. Okay? All right, so if you guys do have questions, I'm going to be tied to my computer all day today, so please feel free to send me some emails. And I like almost all of you.